Hey yo, welcome guys. Today I'm going to be going through my Champions 2023 Pick'em. This is going to be an insane tournament. It is starting on the 6th, which is Sunday. Pretty dope. And it's going to go on for a few weeks. But honestly, these groups are quite stacked, especially in my opinion, Group D. I haven't really done this yet for a Champions, I believe. I think this is going to be my first Champions Pick'em I've done. My Pick'em for LCQ is not good. So just a heads up, I'm not super confident about this. I'm kind of off the mark when it comes to guessing how these games are going to go often. Group A. Low-key, this might be one of the hardest groups to predict because I think people are sleeping on Crew, right? When I think of Crew, I think of a team that has really good base defaults across 6 maps. In LCQ, we saw them play 6 maps at a high level. Their permaban was Fracture, and they never had to play Fracture because they won the upper bracket and they got 2 bans in the finals. They looked really, really good at stopping aggression on all of the maps. You know, like I'm thinking back to Bind, Split, Haven, Pearl. Their defaults were super strong. They would run these like 1-3-1 bases, and they would always punish aggression. Now, they are in a group with the goats of aggression in Paper X and EDG. And that is a little bit interesting how that clash is going to go down. Giants, on the other hand, they won the EMEA LCQ and they looked really goddamn good. I believe they only had to show like 4 maps actually on their way to that win. So like the differences between Crew and Giants as far as like what they've shown with their map pools are pretty crazy. With all of that said, I truly feel that with something there for Paper X, the player, that gives them a huge edge in this matchup. I think they're going to have a lot of new cool stuff that they're cooking up. Typical Paper X fashion, it is going to be very, very difficult to beat this team in the opening game. And because of that, I am going with Paper X in this opening game. Lower stage, EDG versus Giants. Again, you know, this is a banger matchup and it could easily go, honestly, either direction. From what I've heard, EDG is incredible in scrims in the APAC region. And I just think like there's no way Giants can practice against a team that plays like EDG, right? They are one of one. And because of that, I'm taking EDG. And then that brings us in our lower bracket matchup of Crew versus Giants. This is actually insane that this is happening like as the lower bracket match. God damn it. This is so hard to predict. This is so hard to predict. I have to go with my boy Kesnet here. Like that guy is so insane. Like I just have to, but I don't feel great about it. I really don't. The teams are very similar. And I'm going to go with Kesnet. I think like how he's shown he can flex into the raise on like almost all the maps. His jet is at a high level. This is honestly like, I feel like I'm sleeping on Giants right now. Like I could have actually made the argument that they're getting out of this group. There's just no way. There's just no way this happens like this. EDG versus Paper X in the uppers. I think this could easily go EDG's way. But I'm also a firm believer in like this new Paper X team. Like I think what they showed to CGRS subbing in is quite incredible, and I'm gonna go with the hot hand and say Paper X wins this game and beats EDG. You know, like if Kang pops off and goes like plus 30 or plus 40 over the best of 3, of course they're gonna win. But God, dude, like, can he just keep doing this shit? Like, he probably can. He's quite incredible, but I'm going Paper X. I'm going Paper X. Crew versus EDG. This is a really spicy game. Because like I said, Crew has these base defaults and they can punish aggression. But I don't know if they can punish an aggressive opper that just walk peaks into angles. Like, I don't think Crew has the capability of doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I think Kang pops the F off in this game. But I also am just like such a believer in Crew. I have EDG as my dark horse for this tournament. So to not have them go through groups right here would just be absolutely fraudulent of me. I'm gonna say EDG here. But there's definitely a world where I feel like Giants or Crew end up being the second team coming out of this group. I think Paper X is almost a lock to get out. I'm gonna leave them there. Submit that. All right. Group B. This group, in my opinion, is a little bit easier for me, right? I know that EG is going to win this game. And here, EG, I've heard a little bit from Potter, and they've had a little bit of hiccups in scrims, but they're looking pretty good. Foot versus T1. This is kind of coin flippy. I think T1 looked super structured, and they impressed me a bit, actually, in Masters Tokyo. Foot, I think, underperformed there, and in the regular season EMEA, they really impressed me. But can they do it again here? Because they were kind of asleep, I felt like, at Tokyo. Like, they just didn't show up. They run a lot of weird comps across all the maps. That could be a problem for T1. I think I'm going Foot here. I'm gonna have T1 going through here. I so badly want to pick, like... See, like, I think Foot or T1 could literally beat EG in this game. And then EG would win the lowers, but I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna, like, play chalk. Dude, these pick'ems are so hard. So hard. I think Demon 1 is the best player in the server right here in this matchup. I think Potter cooks up a lot of set plays and pistols to win this game. They probably don't have to show all that much here against FPX. And because of that, I have them taking that. I think Foot, again, wins the rematch and takes this series. That is fucking... Teams just don't win rematches like that. I already fucking hate my pick'em. Okay. All right. This is literally the easiest group to pick, right? Because I'm just going to go bam, bam. I've heard, honestly, Energy not looking mega hot in scrims, but honestly, they never do. They kind of just like play scrims for practice. So it honestly means nothing to me that I even heard that. Down here, Zeta, I think they showed a lot in their LCQ run. I think Laz is going to pop off in that game. But against, I mean, like, I didn't even talk about this. It's just, I just have Fnatic winning. Fnatic just wins, okay? They just win, all right? They just win. That's it. They're just the best team. The best players, the best strats, the best team, the end. And then down here, Energy versus Zeta. I think Energy in this game, this is just one of those games where it's a Chet and FNS masterclass, right? Like, Zeta has so many VODs from the LCQ run. It'd be hard to not pick Energy right there. That brings us to Group D. TL versus Navi. Now, I think if you had, like, Navi in, like, one of these groups over here, like, if Navi was, like, Billy, I might have them getting out. If Navi was, like, in, like, the Foot or 2-1 spot, I might have them getting out of this group. Or if Navi was, like, Giants, I low-key might have Navi coming out of Group A. But in this group, it is hard for me to say Navi is going to come out of this group. I want to so bad, because the way they lost some of those LCQ games, dude, they lost so many clutches. And those clutches can be fixed so easily. Would it shock me if Navi got out with the first seed in this group? It honestly wouldn't even shock me. I guess it would shock me because they would have to beat Liquid, though. And I think of Liquid right now as... I think of them very highly in my head, because even though they didn't place super highly in Tokyo, I liked what they showed. And I think they showed a lot of structure. Safe proved to me that he could be like an incredible duelist. I know Nats can anchor a site. I know Yumpy's going to put up numbers. Like, I trust Liquid to win this game. I trust them. Feel like they got all the tools necessary to make a bit of a run here. Loud versus DRX. I think DRX is the type of team that could literally bust out some like deadlock comps. Like, I feel like DRX and Paper Rex are going to bust out some deadlock comps. And Loud, I keep hearing that they're kind of like not playing well in scrims. But I did hear from someone that like Ospas and Les are just shitting on everyone. I'm going to take Loud here just because like I did not like what I saw at DRX at all in Tokyo. I mean, I fucking hated what I saw at Loud. Those neon comps were just so flat. And like, that's what I'm truly worried about is Ospas going to be off of Jet here? And if Ospas is off of Jet, god damn, I'm scared. Like, I think Loud needs like a scent in the map pool. Low-key, I think they need a scent in the map pool. So that way Ospas can get some Jet in. You know, like Pearl as well. They need Ospas on these Jet maps for sure. That's Loud's key to winning here. And I think DRX is down to play them on those maps. So I'm going to go Loud. Liquid versus Loud. I think Liquid takes this for all the reasons I just said, except Liquid might be better prepared to not have Osbus play those jet maps. I do think though, like Fraud can really cook up some pistol rounds, man. Like Loud's pistols throughout VCT Americas were phenomenal. They were so structured and just amazing to watch. So when you can create pistols like that after months of practice, you're very hard to beat still. I mean, all the people that are telling me that they're rolling Loud in these scrims, that's just sticking in my head. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Because scrims literally mean nothing. DRX versus Navi. I'm going to go Navi here. Dude, I don't feel great about that. But DRX with that 6-man rotation shit, it just hasn't looked good. I am not a believer in a 6-man rotation in these FPS games. As someone that's in-game led in CS and coached obviously in Valorant, I can't imagine splitting the reps on every single map. It's one thing if they had like a 6-man rotation and it was like, Foxy9, you're going to play on Ascent, and Zess, you're going to play on Haven, and you know, like we'll practice those maps with you guys. It was like, no, we're going to practice Ascent with both of you, and you each get half the reps, and everyone else in the server, you'll get half the reps too with each one. Like, that is so silly. Like, I hate that. I hate that. And I feel like it had to have caused problems within the team. Anyway, Loud versus Navi. Come on, Loud. Surely you can do this for VCT Americas. Surely. I have so much faith in them. Come on. They're my favorite. Dude, they were my favorite team to watch. I can't believe it. It's Slasher. He's fucked up my brain with this fucking Osbus news. No, I refuse. I'm picking them. So let's see. We have Loud, NRG, and EG all getting out of... I'm such a fucking America's homer. Okay, and then 3 EMEA teams. Okay. I'm kind of even here. It's not too biased. Okay. All right, I'm locking it. Here's my Pickems. I don't feel great about it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure there's 80 different ways you could have done this. So I'm curious what you guys are like most convinced about. I think a lot of people probably had like T1 coming through here. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if people had like Crew or Giants coming through up top. I think Group C is pretty chalk. I don't know if many people will have like Zeta or Billy and exiting groups, which means it's probably going to happen because it's Valorant. Down here, again, I feel like this could go a lot of ways. I'm not going to lie. I think these teams have disappointed a little bit, all of them in Group D. So would it shock me if like any of them got out or any of them went 0-2? No. You know, like after what we saw in Tokyo for like Navi and Loud, I mean, even to an extent, like Liquid TRX, like, bro, you can't trust them. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe to the video. Peace.